Hello guys, and welcome to my second part of the video I made about extended chords. In my previous part 1 of this video, I talked about major 7. Then finally, that was a very quick run through of every major 7 chord that we had looked at in my previous presentation. Now today I want us to look to the other part of this video, which talks about now flat 7. Remember, from the major 7 to the flat 7. Now the flat 7 chord, from the word itself flat, to flatten the note, what does it mean from my previous videos? Is just to take down a note, a semitone. Yes, like this. If this is a C major 7, this is a C sharp major 7, this is a D sharp major 7, this is an E flat major 7, this is an E major 7, this is an F major 7, this is an F sharp major 7, this is a G major 7, this is a G, this is a G sharp major 7, this is an A major 7, this is an A sharp major 7, this is a B major 7. Finally, to see there, now we're going to flatten that 7 down a semitone. This is what I mean. Take that 7 and flatten it 1 semitone. Instead of playing this one, just play this one. This chord sounds like this. Isn't it marvelous in its sound? Yes, it is so beautiful. This chord is called, number 1, a dominant 7. So when you hear pianists or musicians talking about dominant chord, they simply talk about a major 7 with its flat. So they're talking about a flat 7 chord. Sometime in writing, you will find it being written like the letter or the name of that chord. Then they add something that looks like letter A or a little triangle on it. That is a sign of a dominant chord. Or they also call it the 7th chord, or sometimes they call it flat 7 chord, or even they call it dominant 7. That is what is the implication. So I want us now to look at every other chord. So we're going to learn every key. So this is a C dominant, and I will show you some examples on how to apply them and even to play them in a song. This is a C dominant 7. So let's go to a C sharp. Where is the 7th? Here. But now flatten it. The 7th, flatten it. There you have now a C sharp or D flat dominant chord or dominant 7. There you go. You have a D dominant 7. Right there you have an E flat dominant 7. Okay, an E dominant. There you go, you have your F dominant 7 chord right there. Here you have your F sharp dominant, right there. Let's go ahead, our G dominant 7 there. Let's proceed to our G sharp. You have 7 there, flatten it. Right there. Let's proceed to an A sharp or a B flat. Right there. So what you hear me do, I'm doing the flat, the flattening thing. Now let's finally now come to a B. B is the simplest to play because the distances are a bit favoring. Right there. Finally you come back to your C dominant there. Now you might be wondering, what the hell is happening here? From a major chord, just add the 7 for the major 7, then just bring that 7 down 1 semitone, just move 1 step and play this instead of that, then you have your dominant. Okay, you do it on every key you want. F sharp, this is the 7. Before you go to F sharp, this note that comes immediately before the F sharp is the 7. So you, instead of this one, you flatten it and play this one. That is an F sharp dominant, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's see about how we apply this in actual playing, or what is the purpose of this chord. Now I want to play very basic chords, then you pay attention where you pay attention where you hear some tension. This flat 7 chord or a dominant chord, I personally use it sometimes to replace a 1 like this. I'm going to do an example, maybe on a D major here. So I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to do a 1, 5, 6, then 4, back to 1. So I'm going to have this progression. So sometimes I replace this 1 by invoking that flat 7 when I want to play rootlessly. Playing rootlessly, for those who do not understand, is where you play a chord without its parent note. Like for example, if I play a D major, the note that makes this chord being called a D major is this D, because it is where the scale is beginning. Okay, so sometimes I will play without this note included, and that happens when I either choose to play the flat 7, the 7, sorry, or the flat 7. So I will functionally invoke this flat 7 chord to replace that one. Like I will say, instead of this, I will play. Okay. Let me try this example on an F sharp. So this is. So I will try and also that example of ours. I'm on D. Then I'm going to replace that. So on my left, I'm going to maintain this guy. This is a 2. I'm replacing a 4 with its relative minor. So I'm going to have the lick of 1. So this is actually an E minor, but I'm going to retain a D in it. So it's going to sound like that. And when I want to play my 5 here, I'm also going to do the same. Then I resolve. Alright? So this is how it's going to sound. In case you wonder what kind of a chord it is, this one this is actually an A dominant. It's an A dominant. This, you see me play here. So I can use this to play like Hakuna Mungu kama wewe. So what I did, I just say like what chord is this? This is a 4, is a G, which is the 4th chord of a D, a G, which is the 4th direction, 4th degree. I'm playing it as a major 7. So I have, then I come here. So what I'm doing here, instead of playing 4, this D here, I bring it down, then I maintain my 4. So the same thing. So what I'm playing here, I'm just bringing it here. So I have, this is, these things are amazing, right? So I have this. Then I want my 5. This is the same thing, the same A dominant. So in totality, you'll hear me play like that. What I'm playing here is the same thing, but I'm adding the 7 here. Then I'm doing, I can decide how to do it. So Hakuna. So then I do my 6. Then I do my suspended 2. Instead of come away, following them, I just come away. So what I did here, just doing an A suspended 2 together with the 7. So that's how it sounds like that. So this is the D, I do the 7 of a D, then I do the E suspended, which is the 5. Okay, so let me see if I can try this on F sharp. 1, then the 5, then the 4, no, the 6, then the 4, then 1. So this is, then 6, then 4, then back to 1. Alright, so I want to try the same song. So my F sharp right here. Okay, so what is the F sharp dominant? This chord right here. I just add that E note. This is F sharp. Add this E for it to become the F sharp dominant. Once you have this F sharp dominant there, so I'm going to use this note to replace this one. Okay, in the starting of my video, remember I said I can replace this one with its relative minor, and now I'm going to replace it even with something else which is besides the relative minor. Even this is a relative minor, but if you sharpen it one step forward, you get its dominant. Amazing things. Anyway, so I'm going to do, instead of doing like, so I want like Hakuna. So which inversion am I going to use? I'm going to use this second inversion of an F sharp because the note that is leading is in front. So I'm not going to use this one because this one is going to suggest but this one suggests and I'm not going to use this one because this one is going to suggest Hakuna. So this is going to give me more of an alto. So I want this that's going to give me more of a soprano. Hakuna, Hakuna. Oh, even go practice this. So I'm using. Okay, now let me now try to utilize this voice with now flat 7. Remember I was playing. So I'm going to, instead of this 1 or F sharp there, I'm going to the flat 7. So I'm going to. Okay, instead I told I'm going to utilize that way. Instead of a 4 or a 2, I'm going to. Alright? So this. So. Then here. Remember this chord? I had explained it. So together we're going to have this. Or, so this is. This chord I'm playing here is a B major 7. So I'm going to have. I explained here. So this movement. Then you don't do your 5, but you do. Instead of this, you play here. Then, so when you go to the 4, so. Sorry. Now watch out. practice this. This is F sharp diminished 7. I will teach this one later. Please don't boggle your mind with this. Alright? So guys, please practice. Share this video with others if you want them to advance. Practice yourself. Practice until you become good. From my side, having no much ado, I would like to bid you bye, and may God bless you. Keep practicing until you become good. Great worshippers always practice. Keep on playing. Thank you.